Greetings, here we are. We're at the wharf at Whakatane, and we're about to go out to White Island, which is an active volcano, a marine volcano 49 k's off the coast of Whakatane. We're going out with White Island Tours. There's 2 boatloads going out today, roughly 50 tourists and a contingency of staff as guides. It's about an hour and a half off the coast from Whakatane, which is 49 kilometres. So come along for a nosy. It's quite a mild day today. There's a bit of a light southeaster blowing, a little bit of chop, nothing to be worried about, no big swells, and we'll go out to the island and have a look. And now we're a couple of k's away from the island, and you can see that there is a minor eruption of steam and gas emitting from the vent. This has been going off and on for the last 2 weeks. There was a substantial eruption in April. It's now October, and we're anchored up in the bay here, and we're all getting ready to go ashore on the rubber duckies, 10 at a time, to meet up as a group to have a safety briefing and the do's and the don'ts of being on the island. As you can tell, we've got our yellow hard hats on, just in case we get hit by a 20-ton boulder, and we all have also been issued with respirators, and the respirators are to counteract the hydrogen dioxide gas. We're all on shore now, and we're heading over to our group for a safety briefing. Come along and have a nosy. One thing I've noticed, the walls of the crater, there are no big rocks, it's all been shattered, so it bears testament to the violence of the eruptions over the last 30 odd thousand years since it's been here. We're going to head over towards that big plume of gas and vapour being emitted from the crater over there, but first we'll go and have a look at some of the fumaroles. These fumaroles are emitting hydrogen dioxide. If you get caught in a big eruption and there's a large cloud of hydrogen dioxide, you won't be able to breathe, because as soon as you breathe in, it smarts in your sinuses, in your throat, you just start coughing and it burns your eyes. So that's why we have been issued with respirators to counteract the effects. That little box there has plastic tubes coming out of the vent, and GNS use it as a monitoring station to check the gases being emitted by the volcano. Any changes in gas composition can indicate an eruption. Everybody's got their gas masks on because we've all been coughing and spluttering, and it's not a very pleasant feeling. I can see why people die in a major eruption. You just can't breathe. In a couple of minutes we're going to head over to the crater, which is the main reason I came out here, because I wanted to have a look at it. There's no shortage of sulphur being produced on the island. At the moment we're about 100 metres away from the main vent, which is where you can see that steam coming out. That bright greeny colour is highly concentrated sulphuric acid. Put it this way, you wouldn't want to fall into it. The very white colour to the steam is indicative of seawater seeping into the vent and over the hot rock in the base of the volcano, which is another 1300 metres below us on the sea floor. All the grey patches are the ash that was erupted in the April eruption, and if you look on the left hand side of this picture, about halfway up, you'll see us, or a party, standing on the edge of the crater, and that gives you an indication of how big the crater is and the gas emissions. This is the old sulphur works from the 1800s. Was originally 2 stories high. We're now standing on the second story because it's been filled in with lahars and with ash clouds. And then we're going to head back to the boat, get out of the boat ramp, hop on the rubber ducky and head back over to the boats. There's PJ1 and PJ2, and people just boarding the rubber ducky to go back and have some lunch. Those little white dots there are South Australian gannets. They come over here at summertime to feed and head back to Australia. Rightio, well that's our little tiki tour of the White Island. Thanks for tuning in.